Yeah.
Lot to digest there.
Yeah.
So you met Master P before you met K. Lou.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you met K. Lou through your coworker, or was it Master P that you met through your coworker?
You know, I met K. Lou through my coworker.
Met K. Lou. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This guy, Marvin Webb and K. Lou, they went to school together. They was like maybe 4 or 5 years older than me. You know what I mean? So I gave Marvin Webb, a ride home from work here and there. And he was like, knew I was into music. He introduced me to K. Lou. Yeah. So that was like maybe 6 months or, a year prior to me meeting Master P. You know what I mean?
So it happened pretty quick, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like you and Master P developed a pretty close relationship during that time in those early days. I heard you mention something about a contract.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah, like I said, when I first got with him and he had the record store, I was impressed by that. 'Cause, you know what I mean? A lot of record stores we used to go to, a lot of them wasn't black owned. This is a young brother, got his own store or whatever. You know what I mean? He got the cash register, blah, blah, blah. So I was impressed with that. So, I mean, when we first made the What's the Deal tape, I was like, I seen he was kind of serious, you know what I mean? So that's why I said, I need to come with a contract. My dad, he was a musician. And when Master P would come by the house, my dad kind of sensed, he had that little swag about him. And he was like, you know, um, if you deal with this guy, you might want to get a contract. So my dad kind of influenced me to do that. He went to school. He studied music and this and that. You know what I mean? So I took his advice. You know what I mean? So that was a good move. You know what I mean? But man, my dad rest in peace. But yeah, he gave me that advice.
Did he help you come up with the contract, or did you have to source that somewhere else?
He kind of helped me come up with it. You know what I mean? I called a couple of lawyers, to get it, get the penmanship right. You know what I mean? But I had my witness. He had his witness. It was like a binding contract. You know what I mean? It was humble beginnings, but like me being a DJ, I'm looking at all the record covers. I'm looking at who's the executive producer. Like I know where to get my money, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So it wasn't like I was sleeping on that. You know what I mean? And I think after we had, disassembled, I think Master P, he kind of took that little practice that I had kind of taught him with the contract. He never really came with contract. He went to the University of Houston. He was a little bit gamed up than us when he came to California because he got a basketball scholarship to go to the University of Houston. So that was like, he had a little bit more game on us when it came to doing business. You know what I mean? But I know he got a little game from me too, a lot of game. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, he tried to leave us out of the loop. You know what I mean? But I was one of the key factors. You know what I mean? In the whole No Limit saga from the very beginning. Please believe it.
Let's talk a little bit more about that. In what ways did you carry rather than assist No Limit at that time?
Shit. Driving around, I had a little Benny truck. I used to be in a little clique called Icy Creations. It was a little mini truck mobbing through Oakland and Richmond. I'm taking them to Soul Beat. We going to the CMC. It was like a little low budget music channel. We doing interviews at KPOO. We doing shows at the Oakland Army Base. You know what I mean? I'm transporting. We trying to get signed up to Capitol Records at the time. You know what I mean? We moving. You know what I mean? And I'm working at the same time. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was real instrumental in it. You know what I mean? Definitely.
At what point in time did P's career start to take off and you guys started to kind of part ways?
Yeah, like I said, what happened with the Untouchables, when we got ready to sign up everybody, you know what I mean? We already made the tape. Untouchable tape. You know, I'm executive producer on this tape, by the way. But we had like a little meeting in my apartment. And we got all the Untouchables over here. I already signed the contract with P. You know what I mean? Everything is rolling. And my homie Chili D, he didn't really agree with the terms of the contract. So it was like, it went all bad. He was like, basically, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. They went all out, you know what I mean? It was just basically King George and Master P. All my AC crew was, my ACP crew was still up in my apartment. And so we looked down and he lifted up his shirt like he tried to draw down on us, you know what I mean? All because my dudes didn't want to sign the contract, you know what I mean? So
he tried to Suge Knight you guys, basically.
word.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy because we just getting started. You know what I mean? It's like I think about the Scott LaRocks, the Pop Smokes, Tupac, Biggie, all people that got caught up in this music industry. I'm like, here we go trying to just make a tape, boys out of Hilltop, Richmond. You know what I mean? Try to do our thing, and then we have to run into this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was mainly kind of pointed at my homeboy Chili D. Because he was the more body, Bay Area cat in the crew. I mean, I would have kept riding with Master P, but that was so disrespectful, and we got guns too. So it's like, it's hard to reverse that shit, you know what I'm saying? So he tried to lead niggas out the loop, but that's how it went down.
So that was kind of like the, ice cream on top.
Yeah.
To kind of, okay.
Yeah, word.
So, go ahead.
No, just like the ice cream, you mentioned that. But it's like him biting Ice Cream Man and, Yuck Mouth and the whole nine. You know what I mean? Like, when we got with Master P, we try to be organic. We try to be real original artists. But he biting, you know what I mean? We do Mind of a Psychopath, you know what I mean? He want to do Mind of a Lunatic, you know what I mean? Then, you can't keep biting off these different artists. You do the Ice Cream Man. No one that came from Oakland was born and bred in Oakland. You know what I mean? So that's another thing I didn't like about Master P. Even though I admire his hustle, I'm not taking nothing away from him as far as, what he accomplished. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's the real. I'm just telling my story, you know what I'm saying? Giving the real.